I couldn't do anything and do any of this without my best friend and confidant, my wife, Kelly. I'd like to introduce my boys, Robert and Duncan, who made phone calls and also went door to door and actually gave introductions and speeches, and my son, William, who put up hundreds of signs for me. For teaching me to respect the Constitution, for teaching me individual responsibility as well as what individual freedom is about, for raising me, and I hope doing a great job at learning what is right and what is wrong. I want to thank my parents, Carol and Ron Paul. And I want to thank my brothers and sisters and their kids for being here today, and I would introduce all of them, but I might make a mistake. I'd like to thank my staff and all the volunteers, Ryan, Andy, Jesse, Matt, Kristen, Spencer, David Adams, and all the others who have helped me. It's been a marvelous ride. We've been a year into this, but tonight's a great victory, and I thank you all. I have a message from the Tea Party, a message that is loud and clear and does not mince words. We've come to take our government back. We've come to take our government back from the special interest who think that the federal government is their own personal ATM. From the politicians who bring us oversized fake checks emblazoned with their signature as if it was their money to give. Washington is horribly broken. I think we stand on a precipice. We are encountering a day of reckoning, and this movement, this Tea Party movement, is a message to Washington that we're unhappy and that we want things done differently. The Tea Party movement is huge. The mandate of our victory tonight is huge. What you have done and what we are doing can transform America. I think America's greatness hinges on us doing something to save the country. The Tea Party movement is about saving the country from a mountain of debt that is devouring our country and I think could lead to chaos. We now have a president, though, who apologizes for America's greatness. We have a president who went to Copenhagen and appeared with Robert Mugabe, Hugo Chavez, and others, Evo Morales, to apologize for the Industrial Revolution. They say, these dictators, these petty dictators say that to stop climate change, it's about ending capitalism. They are explicit, and the president, by attending Copenhagen, gives credibility and credence to these folks, and he should not go. America's a great country.
You were listening right there to Rand Paul, who is, of course, won down in Kentucky, the Republican Senate primary. A statement from Mitch McConnell just released a few minutes ago saying Dr. Paul ran an outstanding campaign, which clearly struck a chord with Kentucky voters. I congratulate him on an impressive victory. Now Kentucky Republicans will unite in standing against the overreaching policies of the Obama administration. We're spiraling further into unsustainable debt, and Kentucky needs Rand Paul in the U.S. Senate, because he will work every day to stop this crippling agenda. The Republicans, Tea Party merging, perhaps. We'll talk more about that. Stand by after the break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a lot more right after this.